friendships, relationships. Marco and Taylor were here, was it last year? Yeah. Last year at the Weck Method certification. Had the privilege and honor of meeting them both, and once again, was developing a friendship, called them up, and it was automatic. Yes, we want to be a part of it. We want to be at the conference, and so they graciously came up, and we furthered the relationship in the last, what, 2 days? And so, great human beings.
Taking on that, thank you, because being here actually is a blessing, and to be able to get everybody here in these past days, listening more of your stories, connecting in a real level of just sharing what we are here to do, and in that pursuit of like embodying that, just constantly learning, constantly be open-minded. So Beau, everybody from Ubrzati, Dario, Tim, thank you for just being this space where you feel safe to grow, you feel safe to share from a personal and real place. And thank you for staying here last day, right? I mean, a lot of information, a lot of really good stuff. So you could be anywhere today and you chose to be here. Just know that I highly respect and I appreciate it, your time, and we'll do our very best to make it count so we can finish this beautiful weekend with a bang. And introduce you to the Manaverse.
Yes. Thank you guys. So today we're going to tell you a little bit about our company, the Manaverse. Yes, it's outside the box, but at the same time, it's really getting back to the basics of who we are physically, mentally, and spiritually. And diving into that, we call it our Mana Trinity. The Manaverse is the digital fitness and wellness studio where we come to train these three aspects of our being.
And the story of the Mana comes from basically the name, the origin of it, the divine life force energy. Like in Polynesian culture, it's the spiritual strength, it's a warrior will, it's also the divine feminine, Gaia, Mother Earth, you name it. So it's a word that I love because it doesn't see color, it doesn't see culture, it doesn't see anything but the truth. And the mission, again, coming back to intentionality, and bring David Weck here, that you are someone who embodied that and you come forward with it. And it's so important, we need to get loud on intentionality. And the mission of the Mana is to help people remember of their innate connection with the divine. And remember that we are divine beings and creators of our reality. And with the Manaverse, we hold a safe space for individuals to explore self-development with purpose, spiritual enlightenment by embodying your true self, and personal freedom through the conscious application of daily high-performance habits. And so that's the thing. It's more like a guiding system. Like we like to hold that space and guide from experience and help people to understand that, embody that, and apply that in their daily lives. And one thing that is very, very important to us is to provide these tools that are sustainable. We focused on building on the tool that as long as you're here, there's work to do, which is the human.
The sole mission of the Mana is to help people connect back to themselves. Our motto is the sovereign creator of your own reality. But how do you tap into that? So I wanted to provide a platform and the tools and the education. And so when Marco and I, when we got together in New York and then moved to LA, we wanted to create something, a platform to provide these tools, practical tools and education and knowledge for people to be able to balance their mind, body, and spirit. So the whole concept around the Mana is knowing what you need and who you are, and then developing habits to create that life.
In a sense, it started like the first one, building what we call high performance habits. And for me, I had cleaning up to do. So I started assessing, again, back in LA. What are the habits that I have that are serving me? What are the habits that are not? So it's micro habits that you stack them together that start giving you this feeling of, I'm here.
So the Mana is essentially a holistic methodology for developing habits that get you to the state of total human alignment.
And a good word, and I particularly am very passionate with Japanese culture, but a good word that I feel like it synchronizes with the Mana, it's Kaizen, which meaning that you're in this continued growth path for good. How that express with ourselves, it's very individual. And it's high performance, meaning you're performing, you're sustaining that performance through time.
And just to further that a little bit, the practicality aspect of this, yes, we've got the habit tracker, we've got the planner, then we also wanted to provide people with a course to go through that actually gives you trainings, on-demand video trainings for your mind, your body, and your spirit.
And one thing, as you see it, it's a system, a point system in the mind, because one important factor of building habits is the reward feedback that you have.
Yeah, you gotta make it fun.
And it helps you to get a practical, tangible result.
So that brings us to like, who is the Mana for? So it's really for people who are going through a transition, for artists, for creatives, for entrepreneurs, for people who have a lot of big ideas and need kind of like a foundation and a structure to organize themselves, to get clarity and to kind of, you know, decide what the next step is.
My personal journey in LA, I did some training and coaching at Landmark Forum, and one thing that got me really like drilled into me, it was discovering your blind spots. Because what you know that doesn't serve you, good, you can work on it. But what about you don't know that you don't know? Right?
So the way we identify your mind, your body, and your spirit is, we call it the primal body, the enlightened mind, and the warrior spirit. Primal body is, it's the optimal human vessel that can carry out your mission. An enlightened mind is a mind that's focused, you're aware of your thoughts, you're able to change and shift that narrative. You can intentionally retrain your brain to do whatever it is that you want.
And the warrior spirit is the spiritual life force energy of the awakened warrior. Within this spirit lives your purpose and divine mission, but it's the warrior spirit that pursues it relentlessly. So that is the essence of the warrior spirit. It's not in the purpose of fighting. The warrior in the mana, it's a protector. So if you slash, you slash to cleanse. You know, you don't destroy. So it's that intentionality, it's that purpose behind the words. Language is so important. Carries energy, carries vibration. So that's why I just wanted to clarify a little bit, why not just body, mind, and spirit? This is our personal way of getting the highest version of that same thing. Enlightened mind is just a mind that is aware of its thoughts, that's not reactive. And it requires training because we always go side to side, but the training just keeps you into this center that helps you always go back into your place of awareness.
So we break these down, we call them the Mana essential practices. For the primal body, we have movement, we have recovery, we have nutrition, and warrior spirit, meditation, relationships. This can be relationships with other people, or it can be the relationship with yourself. This would be where like self-love comes in and self-care, you know?
Simple things. It could be just taking your time and calling your son, your daughter, your mother, someone that just check in, like, hey, what's up? How you doing? We'll talk in a minute. You know, it's maybe like, I used to be so connected with God, and this happened, and I didn't. Creativity, big one. Creativity basically is you creating your world.
And then life admin are these things that you know you just need to do. It's your taxes, it's doing the dishes, it's running errands, getting your driver's license updated, the life admin stuff that just kind of keeps your life on track. So all of these types of practices are how we kind of like, what we give you practical trainings to do on the Mana community channel.
So when you put these practices together, what we call it is HPR, which stands for High Performance Ritual. So now that you have these tools, it's time for you to alchemize your own potion. Keep moving forward. If you feel connected, if you have any questions, let's talk. Let's, like let's put more energy into it. And
Beau and the whole Ubrzati team for inviting us.
First and foremost, thank God for the blessings that He's given me. Thank God for the blessings of the friends and that He's blessed me with. It's a great gift that He's given me to be able to garner and maintain relationships and friendships. So with that, thank you all. I wish I would have said this last night to everybody, but God bless you and thank you so very much. And